Hello students, welcome to the EVS2 session. Let us continue with lesson number 2, Work of the Saints. Sant Dhyaneshwar. Sant Dhyaneshwar's family belonged to Apegaon. Nivruttinath and Sopandev were his brothers. Muktabai was his sister. Students, let us listen to one of the story of his time. Let us begin. Bigoted men of the time used to look down upon these children because they were the offspring of a sannyasi. Bigoted means the opposite of open-minded. That means some of the people that time they were very narrow-minded. Offspring means the children. Sannyasi means Sant Muni. Okay, let us listen to the story. What happened? Their father took sannyas and retired from the worldly life. As a sannyasi, he left home. But later on, obeying the order of his guru, he returned home and started living with his wife. Their 4 children were born afterwards. The narrow-minded religious leaders did not think it right that a sannyasi should have children. People persecuted these children and banished them from their community. Persecuted means ill-treated. The people were not treating good with these children. They banished them. Banished them means they removed them. They were not taking them as a part of their community. Once, Dhyaneshwar went round the town begging for alms. Alms means money or food given to a poor person, but no one would give him any alms. Instead of that, he had to listen to abusive language. Abusive means bad language. Young Dhyaneshwar was deeply pained by this incident. He entered his hut and locked the door from inside to grieve over his lot. Grief means sorrow, pain. Muktabai, his sister, came and knocked at the door. She said, "Open the door, Dhyaneshwar. How can we remain drowned in our own sorrow? Who will then look to the welfare of the world?" Drowned means duba hua. These words of his sister gave new hope to Dhyaneshwar. He forgot his personal sorrow and started his work. Everywhere, the poor and backward people were being oppressed in the name of the religion. Dhyaneshwar went among the people and taught them to have faith in God. He advised the people to give equal treatment to all, help those in trouble, and allay their misery. Allay means dur karna. Misery means kasht. This was the gist of his advice to the people. Gist means the main point. Dhyaneshwar's words are heard in every nook and corner of Maharashtra for the last 700 years. In those days, all religious teachings was confined to Sanskrit books. Confined means limited, seemit. The language of ordinary people in everyday use was Marathi. That means the people of that time, they were only knowing the Marathi language. Dhyaneshwar wrote his outstanding book Dhyaneshwari in Marathi language. He thus opened wide for his people the doors of knowledge, where he preached the ideal of brotherhood among all people. At a very early age, at Alandi near Pune, Dhyaneshwar took Samadhi. Samadhi means a tomb, that is, put himself in a trance from which he never came out. Trance means a half-conscious state by an absence to external world or stimuli. That is, a person is in his own world. Even today, on the 11th day of Ashad and Kartik, lakhs of pilgrims go to Alandi, Pandhari with devotion. Now students, let us study some of the qualities of Sant Eknath. Sant Eknath carried on the work started by Sant Namdev and Sant Dhyaneshwar. He lived in Paitan. He preached that the way to reach God was through devotion, that is Bhakti Marg. Bhakti Marg means love relationship with God. He wrote numerous religious songs like Abhangs, Ovis, and Bharuds. His advice to the people was not to accept any distinction of high and low. He made friends with the poor and the downtrodden. Downtrodden means the people who are treated badly by the people in powers, and taught them devotion to God. His love extended even to the dumb animals. That means he was loving even the animals. He exhorted the people to love all living beings and practiced what he preached. Exhorted means encourage. One day he was going to the river Godavari for a bath. It was noon and very hot. The sandbed along the riverside was very hot too. He heard the crying of a poor child sitting on the hot sand. Eknath looked around and saw the child. He rushed to him and looked around for the child's parents. He picked up the child in his arms, wiped his tears, and reached him home. In this way, by his personal example, Eknath impressed the message of love and equality on the minds of the people. Children, now let us learn something about Sant Tukaram. Two great saints, that is Tukaram and Ramdas, lived in Shivaji's time. Tukaram came from Dehu near Pune. He owned a farm and also a grocery shop. Grocery means kirana shop. Now let us learn one of the story of his time. His forefathers used to lend money to the needy people. Forefathers means your father, his grandfather. This is called as forefathers. But Tukaram drowned in the river Indrayani all the record of loan paper he had, thus giving relief to many. He would go to the neighboring hill and sing songs in the praise of God Vitthal. In this way, he was helping the poor and the needy people. On the 11th day of Ekadashi of the month of Ashad and Kartik, he would go to Pandharpur. He wrote devotional songs like Abhangs and performed kirtans. Thousands flocked to listen to him. That means thousands of people came to listen to him. Sant Tukaram preached to the people about the virtues of pity, forgiveness, and peace of mind. He also gave them the message of equality. He alone is a saint, and God dwells with him, who calls the weak and the downtrodden as his own. He impressed this truth on the minds of the people. He made them think. People accepted him as a great religious leader and showered their praise on him. Even today, all over Maharashtra, we hear people proclaiming Gyanba Tukaram, the names of the two great saints. Sant Dhyaneshwar is called Gyanba also. Even today, Tukaram Gatha is read in every household. Students, let us study something about Samarth Ramdas. At the same time, the hills and valleys of Maharashtra were filled with the echoes of Jai Jai Raghuveer Samarth. Echoes means goonj. Glory be to the great Rama, an invocation constantly on the lips of the great saint Ramdas. Ramdas was born at Jamb on the banks of the Godavari in Marathwada. His birthday falls on Ram Navami, the day on which the great hero Rama was born. Narayan was his real name, but he preferred to call himself Ramdas, the servant of Rama. Through his great book Dasbodh, he taught men the ways of good life. Through his Manache Shlok stanzas addressed to the mind, he gave people lessons in good thoughts and good conduct. To popularize the worship of strength, he raised the temples of Hanuman, the god of strength. He exhorted, that means strongly encouraged people to be strong and told them of the power that resides in a united people. He taught them to organize themselves and fight against injustice. This gave courage to the people. In this way, students, the work of the different saints brought about a great awakening among the people. Religion once again became a thing to be respected, and a spirit of self-reliance, means self-support, was born. People regained their lost confidence. This great awakening among the people, brought about by the different saints, helped Shivaji Maharaj in his fight for Swaraj. In this way, students, here we end up with the second topic of Environmental Studies, Part 2.